back, everyone, to Sodi Pop on YouTube. My name is Matt, of course, and we got a great show coming for you today. It is Kraven's Last Hunt 2.0, or number 2 out of 6. What has the kooky Kraven been up since murdering our good old friendly neighborhood Spidey Man? Yes, I was just as shocked as you were to see that he used a gun to beat Spider-Man. A little bit interesting. It's crazy because I'm not used to reading comics, so just how quickly the comic can move throughout. So we have Mr. Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Amazing Spider-Man. The beautiful cover. Kraven is all man, as you can see. He just kills it when being a man. At the beginning of the last comic book, he was wrestling a puma naked, and he was killing it. I thought it was a little bit unfair how he did Spidey in this last time. You know, Spidey was just kind of swinging around. He had a nightmare, and he went around swinging around, and he was distracted and got hit with some sleep darts, and then Kraven trapped him and just shot him. It was just the end of Spider-Man. No more. We're done. Call it a day. And no more collectibles, no more toys, and stop making movies. That's just it. No more. Done. Anyways, let me know how you're doing out there on the interwebs. My name is Matt, of course, for Sodi Pop. We got some awesome stuff. So this is a 30,000 comic drop. We can go ahead and check out in a little bit here some market stuff. So we have VeVe doing crazy well, as you already know if you've been in it for even 2 seconds. I went ahead and bought another Miles Morales comic. It was around one, let's see, it was around, let's get you guys on the screen here. So it was around 143, I want to say, for the Miles Morales comic. Let's see here. Okay, the market, of course, is closed. Let's go back and I will tell you how much it is. So I bought a Miles Morales comic last night. Here's my deal, is that I'm taking profits on things that are going up crazy, unless they're first appearances, or because I have enough to where, okay, I can take 4 or 5 of my collectibles that I think are okay or decent, or I don't love, and try and trade them up for something that I do really like. And I've done that kind of recently with a couple of Ultimate Rare comics, which I'm very happy. The Marvel Comics number 1, I was able to get when it was 1.3, and now it's almost 4K. That's just in a week and a half, 2 weeks, so pretty awesome trade there. And then, what's up, Tito420? How's it going? I don't know. I'm trying something new. I'm just so sorry. Another day, another try. Let's get it. I hope you get it as well. Actually, I hope we both don't get it. That's what I usually do. Kind of a break your leg type thing. So, I went ahead and bought another Miles Morales. It was at like 140 last night. It's already up to like 176. Why? Because Spider-Man kills it. And I said this yesterday during the drop, is when the market opened, is that it opened and the comic was about 12 gems, then 14 gems. And it kind of stayed around that 14-ish for a little bit for the common level. And they even said this, you know what? They kind of kept on selling. I'm like, I will be patient. And if it goes up to 20 gems, that's fine, because that means that it's going up. And lo and behold, this morning it was like 24 gems easily for a common. That again, it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man pumps. Everyone really likes Spider-Man. It's a cheap comic. It's a cheap Spider-Man comic. Oops, this face tracking is off. Just noticed that. Hold on. Let me see. I want to screw up. Maybe, perhaps. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. I'm not really sure why. Can I turn it on and turn it off? Will it screw up stuff? One moment. We'll go back to the screen only. And yes, all right, I'm going to try and fix this bad boy. Hopefully that brought me back into focus and we're good to go. Tito 420, let me know how your day's going. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're back. We're good to go. Cool. Had me out of focus for a little bit. Let me know how your day's going. You're just waking up. Been up for a while. Got some work. But yeah, back to my point is that Spider-Man does pretty darn well in general. And in absence of anything massive releasing on the app, like more Disney, Star Wars, massive announcements, I think we will continue to have things going up. I would like to believe that there's probably going to be a pullback at some time, and we have seen individual pullbacks of different NFTs. I know we saw some different stuff drop here and there. Brendan Z, what's up? Getting all 60 rares. Oh, nice, dude. Did you get it on the drop or did you buy it later? I think that's actually a good idea. And I almost want to get, I think one possibly missed because secret rares are so important, which the secret rares bomb. It really does. Part 1, and then they're meant to be part 1, part 2. Like they're obviously meant to go together. Like they look really, really good. But one thing is this custom made artwork for VeVe that is only on VeVe. Collecting these. I think this will eventually catch on. Fantastic for number 14. I think it was the Space Ghost one. Number 13. I always get like the 13, 14, 15s a little bit off. But Fantastic Four number 13. The introduction of the Watcher and then the Red Ghost when I think it's the spacecraft, the USSR spacecraft is hit by gamma rays or yeah, the sun rays, whatever. That is the first time VeVe has done its own cover. So that is something to think about, possibly. Dush, what's happening? Good to see you again. Today, new chances, new feeling good. All right. Yes. How could you not? Dush, you said you got something recently. Dush is just getting started with VeVe. So let me know how you're doing because pretty much everything is pumping. I just said I got a Miles Morales comic last night. It's around like 140, 150, and now it's up to 170. And that originally in my mind, all these things are quick flips, and then I just go back to like, no, I'm gonna hold it and I'll just put my money in. Which maybe isn't the most responsible thing to do, but it makes sense for the meantime. The point is, and what I was saying before, is that I don't want to be out of this market because crypto does the same thing where you have no idea where it's going to go. Now things are going up 5, 10, 20x from an already high price. Okay, if, you know, I use an example, if a Todd goes up to 100K, well, that's quite a lot of money and possibly life-changing too in some ways. It's not going to change my life too much right now. It's not going to lead me into retirement, but give me opportunities that maybe I couldn't take. And that would be very cool, and possibly I would take that. However, in crypto and in this market, we don't know where it's going to go. Remember, VeVe has only really made like 3 million plus now NFTs. That's all the NFTs they've ever printed combined together. We look at CoinMarketCap, and I reference this all the time. Oop, that's Coinbase, not CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap, there we go, can't spell. CoinMarketCap shows us the supply of all these things. 18 million current Bitcoin. I think there's going to be 21 million ever in existence. 119 Ethereum, 119 million Ethereum, 78 billion, well, that's Tether, whatever. BNB, 165 million, so it's Binance's coin. 3 million, and then even if VeVe keeps on adding, you just think of VeVe app as a marketplace in and of itself, and then how much money is being put in. So can it get to 1 billion, 2 billion? And OMI is kind of separate. We can treat that as separate from this. But the more and more money that comes into it, the more and more the marketplace goes, and everything goes up. Yes, the Todds and the Marvel Comics #1 and all those will probably receive a little bit more love, but you got to think some of the more maybe ignored ones or popular ones. And again, I'm thinking not just comics, I'm thinking what's popular in the world. because comics is like such a small, teeny tiny part. Yeah, it's maybe important to look at initially, but as the years go on, we're not going to be looking at physical comics at all to compare these two, other than that they look the same or there's a unique cover. But the pricing is just going to skyrocket. Why? Because it's so easy to access, it's so easy to buy and sell, it's so easy to validate that you got the real thing. You don't have to chip off a piece of gold and verify that it's gold, or you don't have to get it read by an actual like comic grading service. Brennan Z, wake up every day, up a couple thousand, and it's so euphoric. I know, and that's the exact, in the normal market, that's the exact warning sign that you're like, oh, I should probably sell some stuff. So we will see. I agree with what you're saying 100%. We have the discipline from Wall Street bets. Exactly. Now's the time, as I've said many, many times before, green is when you sell, red is when you buy. Things have just been nothing but green. But again, I'll go back to my original point, is that things could keep on going up and going up for a while. We have no idea how much longer. I believe in the long term, 5-10 years of VeVe, if they don't sell to Disney or something. And even if they do, that's probably great for us. But these are still the first ever. You can't take that away. Remember, Hasbro makes toys, and I think Dark Horse makes toys, and all these different companies make toys, but the first ever toy of a brand or of a Marvel or of Star Wars or whatever is still the first ever toy, no matter who made it. So VeVe made it, but if someone comes in and makes something else, that's the second or third or fourth or 10th. So keep that in mind as well, because this is supposed to be collectors. We are fortunate enough to have the hindsight, knowing these things are popular. When Marvel Comics #1 came about, no one knew it was going to be popular. It's like, oh, cool. I'm a kid and I'm going to buy it along with my candy, and hopefully I like to read it. And as we have seen, barely any of them have survived in really great condition, if any. We gotta have our deep effing value story. That's why I own 2% of all Ghost Bears. Yeah. Yeah, man. Of all Ghost Bears, all colors, that's cool. I remember you buying a bunch of them up, which is awesome because those have pumped so crazy. Sorry, my cat is like screaming from the other side. One moment, again. Come on. What are you doing? Yep. All right, we are good. I've noticed during my stream, I need like a pulley system, maybe a pulley here where I can open my door, let my cat come in and say hi to the stream. Hello. But and then another pulley to alert my girlfriend when it's time to buy, because I'm pretty sure she's asleep right now. She had off yesterday from MLK Day. Hopefully a few of you did as well. I did not, of course. Why would I have off? And what else happened? And yeah, so that would be nice to have a little pulley system so I didn't have to go up and make sure she was up. And buying the drop. Yeah, so the point is, I have no idea what's going to happen. If we had a little inside tunnel into what VeVe was planning, because I think that will be, if there is a pullback in the overall market and the prices, it's because Pokemon is coming out. It's because something massive. I just keep on using Pokemon as an example, but there's quite a few things they could release. Darth Vader, Millennium Falcon, Disney, Nintendo, if Nintendo decides to partner with them, they could definitely release these amiibo. Cloud Strife, oh my god. Oh my god. Cloud Strife? Come on. If you like Final Fantasy VII, the remake, I have not finished the remake yet, which is sad because it's like when I traded back in the day, I traded 3 Beanie Babies for my first ever PlayStation 1, and the first ever game that I no, it wasn't the first game I played for sure, but the game that I loved was Final Fantasy VII. Got me into RPGs and just that style of game and gameplay. Absolutely loved it. And so that's kind of like and many people's origin stories. So I always have a nostalgia and everything for Final Fantasy VII. So if they brought Square Enix Final Fantasy VII, I know they have Capcom, Monster Hunter. I'm definitely going to get the monsters from Monster Hunter. So there's so many things that they have that we know that they haven't even started to release. Again, the cars, if you're excited for the cars, let me know. Dash Cheetah 420, Brendan Z, because I don't know how I feel about the cars yet. If there's a Lambo, I'm for sure getting it. I still want to get the one-of-one DeLorean, the one-to-one DeLorean. I kind of like slept on that a while, so I will get it at some point, but it's not a big rush to me just to have that in the metaverse. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm not a car fanatic, so that's why. However, I also wasn't a comic fanatic, and then I got into it. So I'm thinking I'm not going to sleep on anything. Of course, I'm always going to try and get whatever drop or whatever happens. However, are vehicles and cars going to be slept on the way comics were initially? I mean, you could get Fantastic Four #1, which I bought my first one for like $3.99, and you could get them all day for that price. So, which is really upsetting now as someone who should have just thrown my bank account at them. So let me know if you're excited for cars at all. I'm probably missing the point. There's so many car fanatics, although it's a little bit different because it's nerdy in its own way, which is more of a, I don't know. Because again, I thought comics were more of a physical collector's thing, and then we have people that are physical comic collectors coming in and loving this. Actually owning a Marvel Comics officially licensed #1, mint number 69, 420, 888, all that great stuff. All right, let's go ahead and check out the covers. Again, I think owning on the secret rares, just like Brendan said, is going to be bomb if you can afford that. I really think if you get some I usually try and get sub 1000s. If there's a special mint number, great. I don't want to pay 4 to 5 times unless it's like already a cheap price. I don't want to pay 4 or 5 times the price for something super, super low mint quite yet. I have a few low mints, but not crazy. It's definitely not my focus. But I think these custom covers are going to be special going on. Custom covers, unique covers are always really, really sought after. Once the original is like gotten, the secret rare is gotten, those custom covers will catch up in price. And this is the one for today, and it looks bomb as hell. Oh my God. I wonder if they should hopefully tweet. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. Just kind of keeping my eye out. Yes, they tweeted. The artist for this is David Lopez. And man, this just looks so good. Sorry, I'm not on the screen. Yeah, this looks so good. So Tito420 said, "I'm a big car collector and automotive parts collector." Tito, are you excited for cars in the VeVeverse? Is it something that, other than, oh cool, I can make money off of it? I can make gems. I guess it's not money quite yet, but I can make gems off of it. Are you legitimately excited? This just looks, it's interesting. Again, we haven't read this comic yet. In the last comic, Spider-Man got dead. Kraven went ahead and just shot him in the face, which was very rude. So that was not fun. They had a little funeral for him. Sibby, where's my water? And this one, is he hunting Mary Jane? Who knows? This is the Amazing Spider-Man, and the previous one was Web of Spider-Man with the black suit Spider-Man. So I'm curious to know what happens. We might read the comic afterwards. I have it loaded up if we want to go ahead and read it, which is always a good time. But we will wait because it takes about 15 minutes or so to read it, I have surmised. And so hopefully, I'm very curious as to what I'm like dying to know what happens after that. So I have heard about what happens, but in case you want to read them, I won't spoil it, or you want to read it with me. Okay, so yeah, custom artwork. Let's look at the custom artwork for the one tomorrow, which again, baller, the Descent. So I think these variant artworks will be important. And then for the next one, so this is like his dream. He had like a dream yesterday where Kraven was eating all these spiders. And then we see that's a red suit Spider-Man. And then this is the very last one. where it looks like I don't know. I'm assuming that's the Goblin or Beast Boy or something. I'm not familiar with this particular bad guy or version of bad guy, but it looks interesting. But again, comic book variant, and then this last one is pretty dang cool. I prefer the the common comic, and then secret rare always looked good. They've done a really good job with all the secret rares. Anyways, collector's gonna want to collect them all. So we have 7 minutes left. Hopefully everyone is ready with their stuff. I have Dr. Doom. I bought an common alligator Loki as well yesterday. I'm holding on to some gold devil bunnies, which I've done super well. So let's see if we can pull up the devil bunnies. Yeah, this one has done really well recently. Very happy about that. I bought it around that mid 200s price, like 250, 240. And so just shot up to $3.99, which was awesome. Captain America has shot up. The punch, which if you're not familiar, he's punching Hitler in the, yeah, right here, 390. I bought him a little bit ago. I bought him in particular for a trade. So when he gets, I think 423, because I wanted a double minus the fees. So 423 minus the 8.5% fee gets me that 400, and I bought him right at 200. So right around here a few days ago, because I'm seeking to trade him. Although I won't sell, might buy another Miles Morales. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Might just hold some gems to get ready. All right, we have 5 minutes left. Dash 99%. I will not get the drop, but you never know. Good luck, everyone. Hey man, have faith. Attract good things in your life. You're a good person, Dash. Actually, I don't know. You might not be a good person. I'm just assuming you're a good person. Okay. But everyone has some good in them. That's for sure. I believe that in many ways. Let's see. Let's go on the clock. We're coming up to it. 5 minutes left. Let me text my group. Of course, I hope no one gets one. A wink wink. And I hope everyone's having a great morning so far. And I'm going to text my girlfriend, make sure she's up. Hopefully she's ready. She should be, I believe so. And then I'm going to get my Zen space ready. Going to make sure my airplane mode is on. I have cleared my profile settings of all files. Okay, she is up and ready to go. We are ready to go. Removing downloaded files, even though I didn't have any. And then we're coming right back to it. Love, live, laugh, love. This guy commented last night. I was going to work on my video, and it's in case it's I don't think it's one of you, but on one of my videos, and it's my video with kind of funny because they went hardcore on how much they hated NFTs, and I love kind of funny. They're kind of funny video games. They do a lot of stuff with Greg Miller. So if you're not familiar, if you like gaming, kind of funny. And they talked about NFTs. They talked about the Ubisoft Quartz deal that they're doing with Tezos on the Tezos blockchain. And they were like, the point is they knew nothing, but they were bragging on it hard. And it annoyed me because they were wrong on many fronts. Obviously, there's some really healthy skepticism you need with NFTs. There's a lot of just junk, but it's kind of a gold rush right now. I mean, if I was a somewhat established artist, I would for sure be selling my NFTs. Why not? Not that they're all junk. There's a lot of really cool stuff, and the thing is, you are supporting artists, which is amazing. All right, cool. We got 2 minutes left about. But I had this guy leave. It's like 2-page long, just explanation. So I still have to get back. I have to read the comment and get back to it and understand exactly what they're saying. But the thing is, it sparked some really good discussion because there's another person who also left a really, really long thing. And I think comics and video games and the general acceptance of it is really weird. It's really weird, the pushback that we're getting, because for so long we're so upset about the blind boxes and that ruining, and now you have the chance to actually own your stuff, transfer it from game to game. Again, that depends on the studio and what they actually do, but you have the ability to own your stuff, and now, but people don't really understand that. They just think it's a cash grab. I understand their skepticism, but it's annoying that journalists are kind of not doing their job and trying to understand, or bringing on people that do understand this. And if once they bring someone on and they don't like it, that's fine with me. All right. Are you ready, Sibby? God, you look so tired. You look like you just woke up. All right, everyone. I'm gonna play some lo-fi music, and we're gonna get this drop. Bay. I think I got one here. So we'll see. We'll try and catch this rebound. Did not get off the initial. I've been trying the align gauge. You know, it's not really worked for me in the past, and it doesn't work for me now. I typically have really good luck on comic drops, but I've always been doing timing. I'm gonna go back and doing timing tomorrow, unless I practice the massage gun technique and I get that down. Then I'm doing the massage gun. The align gauge just doesn't work well for me. I don't know, the error message doesn't go away quite quick enough, and maybe it's just not registering my tap or something. Again, if I hit it right on the massage gun, it can go like, it's like insane. You're like a robot essentially. But yeah, so I'm gonna go back to timing tomorrow, because I should really keep track of my success rate with each method, because typically I have a really fantastic success rate, especially with blind box drops. I have a horrible success rate when it's a smaller allocation, and I'm talking like the individual artist stuff, like any of Ron English, and because they always separate it out, and I usually always try and go for the more rare one, so I'm trying not to do that, because I'm like, oh, when in Rome. Oh, CB. Okay, my cat is now laying on my hand, but it's fine because my thing aired out anyways, so I'm now using my phone. Okay, apparently I can't use my right hand anymore. God. You are so intrusive. I'm talking to my cat, by the way, not any of you. All right, no luck, no luck. Tito 420, no luck. Dash, no luck. So far, no luck. Brendan Z, how you doing? I'm sure you're still clicking away. So try and get that rebound in 4 minutes, or keep on clicking the buy now button. I still have the buy now present on my phone, so I'm going to keep on clicking until it doesn't let me click anymore. We're about at 8:02 again. You guys are, I'm 15 to 20 seconds behind you, so just keep that in mind. Don't look at my world clock or anything. Okay, my cat is now falling asleep on my hand. which is, I'm going to take that as good luck. Right. Oh, I just realized something. I hope this doesn't screw me. But if anything, I'll be buying the common. I'll probably buy it off the drop. Learn my lesson. Went up to 20 gems yesterday. But that's the problem, is it is at 20 gems, so probably most people will realize that the going rate for a common of this series right now is around 20 gems. So hopefully it starts at 10 and I can grab one. Or a bunch and then make a couple doubles right away tomorrow. Offload them, get some more gems. All right, we just passed the 4-minute mark. I did not get a rebound at that. Still clicking the buy now button on my phone. Okay, CB, if you could honestly get off my hand, that'd be helpful. All right. So see what we can do here. And look, so far, again, this is a 30,000 drop, and a lot of people are going to be going through for these. It's only 7 gems, so pretty much everyone can participate. And as Dan or Dave said, I think it was Dave who said it, there's about, or I think it was actually Alex last time, who said there's about 100,000 or so more people going for these, you know, or 1/10 of the user base going for any given drop. So in general, you have about a 1 in 10 chance of getting this stuff, which, you know, it's great. It's kind of a lottery ticket if you get the right ones. And that's why the MCP points and everything will be important later, is because using those points gives you a second chance, a second entry into getting these drops. All right, so far my career is no luck. We're at 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes now. My cat has fully fallen asleep on my right hand, so I'm now using my left hand on my phone to click that buy now button. I might have to kick her off and switch though. All right, 8:06. We are moving along. Kraven, can't let you get away with killing the Spidey Man. It's kind of, you know, the comic is really beautiful artwork and stuff. It was a little bit, because of how short comics are, it was a little bit abrupt. Now, then again, I didn't read the comics beforehand. You know, I'm just reading this series. So it was like, oh, Spider-Man had a nightmare and then he just went out and Kraven found him. And there wasn't a ton of preamble to it. If you've read any like Arkham Asylum, or you've read Watchmen is like very in depth. So, you know, I think coming from more graphic novels, that's what I more expect, that similar type of storytelling. So, all right, sorry, I'm concentrating. 8:07. Hopefully trying to get it right. I'm gonna move my hand for my cat because she is. I love you, but you are very clingy right now. And please don't rub your face on my phone, because I know that's what you're gonna do. All right, 8:07. Got a couple seconds left until 8:08. That faithful 8:08. 8:08 and heartbreak. All right, I tried to click right at 8:08. Didn't work. That's okay. We're back on the grind. Seems like no luck so far. I'm drinking a flavored Pellegrino today because that's what was on sale at Costco. And it's actually, I'd say it's better than the Waterloo. I sing the Waterloo's praises. And I'm about to say that the Pellegrino is better. You know, I heard of a trick when drinking from, or you should never drink from a can because it goes through so many people's hands and factories and all sorts of stuff. But pouring it into a cup, again, I realize that as I'm drinking from a can. But I just thought that was an interesting thought, especially if you're at a vending machine or something, like to pour it into a cup first and then drink it. Like, oh, that's interesting. If you're concerned about getting sick, maybe. I don't know. Or when you're traveling, I guess that makes a lot of sense when you're like traveling on a plane. I always get, since I was little, just because planes are so dry, they like really dry you out. I would always get like a little cold or something right after a plane trip. So maybe I'll take my own advice there. All right, 8:09. Moving right along here. And hopefully the market will be open right away. We can nab one of these commons, which would be nice. Let me know if you guys had any luck on the rebounds. So far, nothing. Almost 8:10 here. Moving right along. I'm going to play the music again, but I'm going to play a little bit quieter. A little background going on. Alright, so we got a little background music. There's something going on. So it's 8:10 right now. Alright. I actually hooked up an old GoPro camera that I had. It's kind of like a second floating cam, so I have to figure out the power source. I have a plug that's not close enough, so I have to get an extension plug so I can use it as kind of like a rotating camera for a different little angle for you guys. That was pretty cool. That looked pretty cool. Really just so you can see my cat being annoying as hell, because she is literally sleeping on my hand right now as I'm clicking. All right. 8:11, hopefully that 8:12 we're able to get it. Now I've always wondered, you know, the 4-minute makes sense, but I've always wondered, is it always on the 4 minutes? Is that how the system works? Or kind of as far as it gets further away from the 4 minutes, are there different at different times? And the problem is now everyone's kind of going for rebounds. So rebounds used to be a thing you could get much easier, but there's just so many people know about it now. You know, trying for it. All right, all users getting allocated. Blah blah blah. We're almost at 12 minutes. My cat is like half standing, half sleeping in my hand. I really don't know what's going on. No, I think she's watching me click. That's what she's doing. All right, still not allocated. Let's see here. I'm positive the marketplace isn't open yet. No. Typically takes over 30 minutes. So no marketplace opening. Not looking good for the Matt Sodi Pop here. All right. Keep on trying and trying. Tito 420, are you going to collect all 6 comics common? Yeah, I'm definitely going to get the common of all 6. I made the mistake of probably waiting too long for the last common, but I mean, it's 20 gems. So I'm going to grab one of those, and I'll grab one of these today at least. And just to have them, again, it's Spider-Man. I don't know if it were like first appearance of someone, I would definitely go hard on buying more of the commons. Trying to like put away some Miles Morales, but he's gone up in price so much. The common has gone up in price so much. He was at 170 or 180 last I looked for the common. So I'm thinking this, again, in the absence of any big announcements, I'm thinking these Spider-Man ones, as we saw yesterday, they're going for 12, 14 gems. They're releasing on the market for 12 or 14 gems. And then this morning they're at 24 gems. So Spider-Man just moves up in general. And that's true for a lot of the Spider-Man comics. Even the less popular ones, the Amazing Spider-Man one, and then the Scarlet Spider. I think it's, I don't know if it's Ultimate Spider-Man. I forget the name of that one. But the one with the clone, Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider. So that was his like first introduction as the Scarlet Spider or as Spider-Man. And so that one even has done decently well. Not the same as Miles Morales or Amazing Spider-Man #1, or even first appearance of Doc Ock or first appearance of Green Goblin, which I think are still pretty decently cheap. I haven't checked them this morning. Last I looked, they're around 40 for the Green Goblin, which I thought was a pretty good price for that. But yes, I will be trying to get all the commons, maybe all the exclusive covers, probably priced out right now of the secret rares. I have things I rather get at that price. If I just had all the monies in the world, yeah, sure, I'd probably go for the secret rares, but I don't want to sell any Todd Batmans for that, and I don't want to sell my ultra rare Marvel Comics #1. You know, those are kind of hold forevers unless they get to an insane price, which would be life-changing, or at least get me on the path to life-changing in some way. So that would be, or it'd be like, okay, maybe Todd goes up to 100K, sell that, put part of that in the crypto market. You know, part of it's going to be for taxes, of course, and then other part have a really nice dinner with. But most of it will be reinvested into something else, either YouTube and equipment and stuff, or it's going to be, you know, into my business, or it's going to be reinvested into to make more money, to do better, to have more time. That's what's going to be reinvested into. I won't just spend it. Or maybe like a house or something, or a condo. Although California real estate isn't that cheap, unfortunately. All right. So still clicking. We're at 60-minute mark. I got Elsa at the 29-minute mark. So you think you can tire me out, app? Not a chance. I'm like Naruto in this shiznit. Not quitting. Although Naruto, he has clone jutsu, so he can bot the hell out of this. Would it be botting if Naruto used his clone jutsu to get a bunch of phones and try and get these drops? I'm very curious as to what you guys think. Would that be considered botting if Naruto uses clone jutsu to try and get this drop? I feel like it's dishonest, at least. But it's technically not botting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Luckily, that's not a thing in real life that we have to worry about. Are you guys, in addition to that question, which I actually do want answered, are you guys going to try and collect these comics? Are you going to try and flip them? Again, you could always try and hold, and if it gets up to a certain price, I always like to see if it gets up to a certain price, because these things go in waves, right? Where one thing will pump, the other thing won't, and I'm trying to look for things that aren't pumping yet. So what I personally do, is I have like a little list of things that I think are important, or their first appearances or something, or they're just popular. You know, Alligator Loki, for some reason, Randy Chavez and some other people have been like really trying to buy a ton of those. So that is something to pay attention to. I don't know why, but something to pay attention to. They think, or they know, something might happen with Alligator Loki in Loki season 2, right? And he might become popular. And by that extension, maybe Throg, but again, the Alligator Loki is animated. Throg does not have a version that's animated. So what I do is I look for stuff that hasn't pumped yet. If I have a thing that's pumped a decent amount, I'll kind of have a price target, and I won't usually get the top on that. But for example, my Nightwing has sold for $20.50, and he's gone up to like $2,500, almost $3,000, but I sold at $20.50. But I also already knew, I didn't just sell and just hang on to it. I knew exactly what I wanted to trade it for, because I identified, okay, I will have about 2,000 gems. What is under 2,000 that I can get that I think is a good deal right now? And so the ultra rare of the Marvel Comics #1, that was the example. And I did that again with the skateboard, and I did that with the ultra rare of the Amazing Spider-Man #1. And that's worked out better than if I just would have held my skateboard. Granted, I do have another one, so I was fine with not having that. Amazing Spider-Man #1 ultra rare might be a flip for me if that goes up a ton. The Marvel Comics #1 ultra rare I am holding on to. That's going to be one of my blue chips. And I might do that again with the Amazing Spider-Man #1. Flip that, see what I can get that I think hasn't pumped yet. Or if it's enough to get a blue chip that I've been waiting for, like Mickey's hat, then cool. I will wholesale sell that and just hold on to Mickey's hat and see what happens. Because I don't want to be, the reason I say that is because I don't want to be out of this particular market that's just pumping so much. I don't want to be fully out of it quite yet, but I also don't want to buy things when they're super high, just in case they do announce something big and things do drop down a little bit. Then okay, I know I've collected more, I've upped my collection, and in general, I've made more gems, and I've upped the quality of my collection too. I've gotten more blue chips and more things I want to hold. I have sold some bigger items. I'm trying to flip some things, you know, that the punch, Captain America being one of them. And by the way, the whole time, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. The whole time I'm collecting right here. So I'm trying to get that drop, trying to get that cheddar, as you guys are as well. And that is my strategy. I have some trading, I have some long-term, and I have some gems on the side. Although I have not been good with my gems on the side, because I always see something that is like, all right, this is undervalued. That's undervalued right now. That's kind of the next one in line, I think. The example is the golden devil bunnies. Those have been doing super well. Those are probably a flip for me. At least one of them is. I might keep the other one. The punch is a flip. I did flip. I bought another storm, a common storm, and then flipped that. And then I will hopefully be flipping that Miles Morales. So I'm slowly building, adding things to my collection that I want, while building gems as well. All right, Tito420, I finally get paid tomorrow. I don't know if I should collect all 6 common or other comics. I have 300 to invest. Yeah, I mean, these aren't... Again, if you can get this common off the drop for 10 gems, 12 gems, it's going to definitely double to around 2024. Again, as long as these massive things aren't announced, I will always put that as an asterisk. Because if they aren't, we're just going to keep on riding, I think, for a while. Because again, this is a pretty small market, and more people are coming in every day. And more people are becoming bullish on it too, because MTL is coming. But I think it'd be wise to look at the Spider-Man. I think it's Amazing Spider-Man #3, where Green Goblin is introduced, and the one with Dr. Octopus. Those are pretty big comics, and Spider-Man, I think those will go up in general with the market. these ones, yes, it's a very popular story, but they're not an introduction. They're not a first appearance of like a major villain. This isn't even the first appearance of Kraven. So that's probably what I would do. I would look at those two in particular. And there's some other comics you can probably look at, but those two, Fantastic Four is another one. And the reason of Fantastic Four is they're probably going to announce casting soon, which I brought that up here, is that there's been rumor that John Krasinski would be playing Mr. Fantastic, which I think would be an awesome casting. He's a great actor, and I think he would be awesome as Mr. Fantastic. But now fans have kind of latched onto that and they've been making fan art of John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. So, or Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. So, you know, take that for what you will. As soon as we start getting big Fantastic Four news like that is the Marvel Universe. You have the guy who directed Spider-Man Far From Home. He's directing the Fantastic Four movie. So it's probably going to be good. They're probably going to do a Fantastic Four movie right. They've been trying to do it. They've done it 2 times now, right? They've done it 2 times and they haven't really gotten it right quite yet. So if anything, I trust the Marvel writers and this director to do it well. And then if they cast it well, which they will, they're very good at casting for the most part, except for Harry Styles, I will say. But granted, I've not seen him. It's my preconditioned, you haven't acted before, why are you getting a big acting role probably. But yeah, so I think that will be, if he really is, that'd be really amazing. It'd be really good, and I can see all the Fantastic Four stuff in the app pumping because of that. And that could be announced any day. Hey, Sodi Pop, gotta go see your next stream, man. Have a fun time. See you later, Josh. Thank you so much for joining, as always. Share this with other people, friends, family, whomever. It always helps out. Always trying to grow. I got 210 subscribers now, which is amazing. So I always have you guys to lean back on emotionally and physically because I need it. No, not really. But thank you so much. The point is I appreciate it. Have an awesome day. Oh, no, it froze there. Just clicking. I think when the market opens, I'll stop clicking. We're at 26 minutes of clicking. I had to talk about Naruto and how I said I'll never quit. Oh, the app froze on me. Nope. It's starting to freeze. Oop. I was in like the reserving wheel of death for a second there. All right. Is the market open yet? Let's see here. Let's see here. I don't think my girlfriend got one, or else I would hear a whoop from the other room. All right. Market is not open yet. 8:26. Yeah. What do you guys think of John Krasinski in Fantastic Four? Of course, he was in A Quiet Place, which was a really good suspenseful movie, and A Quiet Place 2 was also very good. So if you like, you know, it's billed as like horror, but it's really more suspense. It's not super scary, but there's some jumps in there. Yeah, I think he'd be really good as Mr. Fantastic. Hopefully he'd be surrounded by a good cast. Yeah, so everyone is like taking to putting him in. He would make sense, I think. I think most people would probably be happy with him as a casting. Who would play the rest of them? I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. So let's see here. How do those Duro Bears do? Okay. So it looks like they did super well. The pink specimen is at 220. I don't know what it is actually right now, because again, these prices are probably off. But 220. Invisible Woman non-FA is at 80 bucks. That's crazy. So you could have bought her, you could have bought quite a few of her below 50 gems. I sold mine right away because I wanted gems to buy other stuff, which, you know, part of that was Miles Morales comic. I think that's going to go up faster than Invisible One. I think Invisible One's going to be stuck around 100 for a while, maybe get up to past 100, but she'll move up. She won't double or triple like other things will, in my opinion. But yeah, if you got these, I think Specimen 72 was 40 gems. The pink one was for 50 gems, and then it skipped to 70 and 80 gems. So you're doing pretty well if you got any of these. Awesome. And again, it just seems like right now seems to be the time to get in the market. If you want to double or triple your gems really quickly, doesn't seem like it's going to be crazy hard to do. Even if you get a common off this drop. But I was looking at like the Incredible Hulk commons and the other comic commons, and that's why I like really stick towards Spider-Man or Marvel Comics #1 or the very important comics, is because a lot of the other ones, the commons just haven't moved. And so again, unless they're like big first appearances, I'm not super interested in them. Maybe next Thanksgiving, that X-Men, that special edition X-Men one will move because it's kind of a Thanksgiving one, the holiday one. But yeah, I don't know. Oh. Unable to, oh, I had like a different error message. That was weird. Unable to reserve collectible. You son of a bee. Well, I still have the buy now button. Still clicking. We'll see. The market is not open quite yet. Man, so many things going on. I need like 5 hands or 2 heads or both. Okay, is the market? Nope, market's not open. I kept my rare Invisible One from the drop. Now it's up. Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, if I got one of the more rare ones, I got the common one and she wasn't FA. But if I got the rare one or any of the, especially the animated ones, I definitely would have kept. But I got the common, and so I'm like, there's other things I'd rather get with those gems. So I sold her for a gain, I think around, it was like 75. I was like, you know what? I know it's not going to go for 50 gems for very long. I know people are selling for too low. So I was like, I'm going to put it for 75. I had work at the time, so it sold. And then I bought that Miles Morales comic with part of that. And I think that has a better chance of doubling than the Invisible Woman. And then I'll probably flip that into maybe something else, or I'll hold on to the gems if there's, and again, we don't know what's coming up. VeVe could surprise us with anything, so it's all kind of a gamble, you know, we're all taking a risk. But I'm trying to put my gems into what I think will be valuable in the future, so FAs, major comics, stuff that's popular. Miles Morales, I think, is going to be popular now and into the future quite a bit in pop culture, for sure. Especially with the Into the Spider-Verse 2 that is coming out at some point. I think they already had a trailer for it, so you should go. If you haven't seen that movie, it's probably the best Spider-Man movie. Maybe Far From Home is. I'd say it's pretty darn close. I really, really liked that movie. All right, let's see if the market's open. 832. Market is not open. Sell the buy now button. Doing a million things at once. So again, 30,000 editions. If you didn't get one, don't be sad. That's right in the middle. And I'm sure a lot of people are trying to get these, especially since it's a whole week of this. You know, like, okay, you don't have to remember it's on Tuesday or Thursday. You just wake up and do it. Or you're at work and do it. so the rare invisible Wonder Woman, or invisible one, would be good. She's a good one to have, I think, and to hold. Have and to hold. Storm, I'll probably get back into Storm at some point. I got it coming off the drop, sold it. Bought one again yesterday, flipped that for a decent gain. And then I'll probably buy her again just to hold, to have, because that's the first appearance of Storm. I don't like the model at all, though. Ideally, I'd like to get one of the animated versions of her. So, but there's only so many gems to go around, and I don't want to sell a lot of my bigger stuff. But what can always happen is you can get a secret rare or something bigger off the drop, and if you don't want to keep that, you can always trade it in for another one. And that's what I kind of did. I got a secret rare, the Red Goblin, and I sold that right away, and I flipped it, and I went into other stuff. It was really hard though. Like, I felt like, because my first secret rare off the drop, and Red Goblin is not a big character, really isn't. And I can't see that coming anytime soon into the Marvel Universe. I can see it eventually coming into the Marvel Universe. Wouldn't make sense for it to happen soon. So I was like, I flipped it, got something else. But that was definitely a hard decision, because I try not to sell my Spider-Man comics if I can, because number one, I like them, and they just go up in value because it's so popular. Coming from an automotive background, one owner vehicle are worth way more than vehicles that have been passed around. Do you think that might apply to VeVe NFTs? Short term, no. Long term, perhaps. Because as these things get rare and rare, there will be whales that burn stuff as well. So keep that in mind. NFT burning, that's not going to happen until the end of this year, earliest, Q4. And we've had some whales come out and say, like, yes, I'm not going to say which one, but I have a bunch of these and I'm going to burn a ton to make them more rare. So that will happen as well. And the reason I even bring that up is because if and when that does happen, rare is rare. And if it's the Todd Batman, it's the Todd Batman. Now, what might make it more valuable if like a big YouTuber or a big personality or someone who's famous, YouTubers, you know, that's each their own, they may or may not be famous, but if they own it and then it passes down to someone else, there's that digital signature of them owning it. So that might make it more valuable. So maybe I can see it happening. Because we try and find value wherever there might be valuable, but I don't think it's going to be super important for a while. Maybe several years down the road. Right now, no, people are trying to just buy and trade. I think the money right now is buying and trading the floor. If you have money to get special numbers, to buy, that's a long-term hold investment. Like real collectors are going to want that later on, and that I think that's a really good long-term hold investment. But you're sacrificing the short-term kind of trading gain for a long-term, like I'm going to hold this number 60 or number 70 for 4 or 5 years, you know, banking on the idea that the NFTs and app are going to do well in general, and I think they will, but you have to be much more patient for that. So that's my opinion, Tito 420. I think they will, but it's a longer term play, just like buying really low mint numbers. They will be important, they will sell for more, but there's a much smaller community that wants them right now and is focused on them. But in the future, you can definitely get a major premium for them, but you're committing to hanging on to them for longer, which I think you can do much better in the short term, buying and selling a lot of the stuff on the floor. And I always look within 5%, 10% of that floor price. I will buy low mint numbers, but I will buy sub 1,000, sub whatever, sub 500 mint numbers, and I have before of these things. If they're within a few percentage of the floor, I always look. But if they're not, I just skip them. I go, okay, oh well. And I've heard other people have focused on really, really low mint numbers, and they're like, ah, I should have not have, because selling the floor would have been so much more profitable. And I think that is true in the short term. I think in the long term, once things settle down, and there's only so many Batman, there's only so many River Corners, there's only so many season 1, 2, 3, 4 things that is forever and in history. It's in history. There's not like millions and millions of things being released every day that are first appearance. There's so many first appearance things. People can slow down and really look at the mint numbers and really see like, all right, I really want this 421. I really want this number 61. In automotive too is because single owner means there's the thought of like it being taken care of as well in a certain way, and it's not passed through different hands. That's what would be my thinking with automotive, because of like you have to have so much love and care for a vehicle, especially a collector's vehicle. All right, we're at 8:39 already. Ooh, I've been chatting away. I'm a little chat machine over here. Okay. Let's see if that market's open. I still have the buy now button. The market is still not open. Let's look at how many have been minted, if we can. I don't know if we can with these. Okay, yes we can. So there's 19,000 of 30,000 left. So there's another 2/3 that need to be minted. Come on, give me money, you son of a bitch. Give it to me. Give me a comic. Okay. I think it's my app froze. All right, so that's probably Dunzo right there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my app is officially crashed. Okay. That's done. No more clicking. I did not get a rebound. That's okay. I'm not upset at all. Not angry at all. I'm definitely really excited for coffee though today. Coffee's gonna taste so good, so sweet. One thing. So yesterday, early on in the stream, I went ahead and read the comic, and I was wondering if that's something that you guys would want. I'm kind of experimenting. I don't know if I can do it legally, but there's other channels that have that, and they have a whole channel based on reading comics, just like I would here. So I'm curious if that's something you want to do. It's interesting to me because I'm reading them anyways. I'm just catching up, but it does take up a good amount of stream, and it would limit news and reviews and things as well. And I don't want to take up too much of stream with reading the comics. So I'm waffling back and forth on it. If that's something that interests you, I can do voices. I can do all sorts of things. I can get into character. If Kraven takes off his shirt, I'll take off my shirt. Not really. Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's see how far it goes. If this was OnlyFans, you better think. Oops, sorry. I meant to click on. This is a good point. Please don't over leverage. Yes. Please don't put in more than you could afford to lose. This is really exciting right now. Oh, sorry. My music's still going on, but it was quiet. So hopefully that didn't annoy you. Don't put in more than you can afford to lose, for sure. You can't get any money out right now. So if you put in your rent money, you're not getting that back, at least for a while. So keep that in mind. And again, it is risky. In 2017, in the crypto market, everyone felt like a god. Oh my gosh, adoption is happening. There's all these big people getting into it. And then it just fell down and went radio silent for a couple years. I mean, it wasn't radio silent for me because I was paying attention to it, but it was a hard couple years of like. It wasn't a hard couple years because I was collecting, and it was actually good because I actually had a chance to buy things lower, but it was not easy believing in it through that. And at some point, I think that will happen in NFTs. I don't know when. I think it will happen less to these ones, but that's where I come into it. Building wealth is a long-term game, and if you get something that makes you rich quick, if you have one of those Spider-Man, the secret rare Spider-Mans, that's awesome. That's super good for you. But you know, have what you're willing to risk in mind for sure. Anyways, oh, I had a really good. There was a Reddit post that I wanted to talk about. Let's see if the market's open yet. Keep on going back to that. Let me plug in my iPad and make sure that I'm broadcasting that so you guys can see the market with me. I think that's always a lot of fun. Okay, we're connecting. Beautiful. I am beautiful in every single way. Market is open. We are here. All right. So this is the market. Let's see. Secret rare. SR. So 8 on the market, going for 1.5. Let's see what the one for the part 1 is going for. It's probably going for sub 1,000, I would imagine. I definitely see myself getting that. So the one from yesterday, the secret rare is going for 755. Ooh, I might be trading in secret rares. All right. And then the common is going for 25. So let's see what this one's going for. This one is going for 19. Okay, okay. So let's try and, oh, you know what? I think I need to, I think I actually need to add more gems. That's really funny. Let me go ahead and switch back because I've been spending all my gems. Okay, I'm going to build up a huge stack and then I've been spending all of them. So, which is great. It's been building my collection. So let me purchase a couple more, get más gems. Más dinero, por favor. If you please. Beautiful. All right, got just a little bit more gems so I can actually buy something in the marketplace. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Tito420. We are in the market. Let's try and buy. I'll try and buy one of these for 19 gems. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Looks like the going rate is about 20, which makes sense because we already know the going rate of the previous one. This is my least favorite thing about the marketplace, and I think the biggest change they're going to make is going to be you will have this reserved for a little bit as you're trying to buy it instead of being purchased from it, because I always get that little bit of loading and oh my gosh. No, no, no. You son of a bee. Yeah, of course it's not. And that's just crazy. You know, you see these people letting go for like such low prices. They could just wait for probably 30 more minutes and get 25 or 30 easily. Oh, I can't stand that. It's so annoying. I might be getting a secret rare. I don't know. Why? Because I have a couple of things that I just thought of that I could probably trade for it. So I will try. I'm just gonna try to go for one of these 20 gem runs because I hate battling. The best update is when the market thing is gonna happen. What is it? It's 2050. Can I get it? Come on. Did I just miss it? Is that something that happened? Yeah, it is. Wait, is it? Hold on. Hold on. Let me see, because I've had that happen before, but I've actually purchased it. Okay. Okay, I did miss it. I missed it for sure. Again, also probably tens of thousands of people are trying to buy it off the secondary market right now. So, man, VeVe is making so much money off of these. 22. Oh my gosh, 22, not even. So VeVe's just killing it off of this because they make the initial sale, which they sell out 30,000 times 7, and then they have thousands of these selling on the secondary market, which they're still getting like a 2% fee. And then, yeah, Marvel is getting like 6% or whatever, which just freaking crazy. They are killing it off of this, which is great. that means they're going to put a lot of money and development and time into the VeVeverse, hopefully. Nope. That's weird. Why is it doing that? Let me know if you guys sniped one. 23. I don't want to buy a 23. I know, I'm probably being way too picky. Yeah, I don't think I got one. Maybe I just save my gems and go for the secret rare. Just kind of skip the common altogether. I think Kraven dancing in the rain, though, the cover is awesome. It's so ridiculous. I mean, he's not dancing. He's like, ah. But Kraven is a ridiculous character. Okay, I guess we're going to buy a 23. If it ever loads. Oh, it's so annoying. Did we get one? No. There's definitely probably also someone trying to sweep the floor on these. Collecting a bunch. There's definitely people who buy 10, 20 of these as well. Or hundreds. Which is a strategy. I don't know if it's better to buy like 10 or 20 of commons of ones that you like and trade a bunch of those, or to buy bigger ones. The advantage is you have way more liquidity, you have way more people buying these, and you can sell 1 or 2 or 3 at a time instead of just selling one big one at a time, which is always not fun. Yeah, let's try the 23 one. 23 to me. Let's see what happens here. Buy now. Buy now. No! No! Damn you! It's so annoying. Buy now. Buy now. I'm not even looking at mint numbers. I'm just trying to buy one. If I get a good mint number, cool. But actually, that's probably a mistake. Let's see what mint numbers they have. Boom, bada, boom, 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 boom. You guys can snipe it from me, though. I felt really bad. There's this guy on Twitter Spaces asking the other day, like, oh, I have, not loving these. He's like, oh, what should I get? Like, oh, should I get this mint number? And it was like a pretty good price. And I was like, yoink. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was there. So I just grabbed it. But he ended up not wanting to get it anyways, fortunately. But I was like, oh, that's cool. I think I will try and get it before it's gone, because that's what happens. People buy them anyways. So, okay, well, looks like you can buy it for sub 23. It's like consistently there's a whole bunch being listed for 23 or around 23. So I just, no, keep on trying to buy one. You know what? I want to look at that Reddit post that I mentioned. So, yes. So this Reddit post, let's see if I can pull it up here as well. Reddit, as we're doing this. And let's see if I can find it. So he talks about stress and VeVe. Ooh, this guy's selling 130 gems for 85 buckaroos. I don't know if I'll trust that. Okay, AR selfies. Interesting. Need some gems. Yeah, I don't think it's on. I saw it last night, so I don't think it's on here. So I'll just read it to you guys as we try and get this drop. So this guy posts, the absolutely consuming stress deciding to hold or to flip for something else. And what else to try and get? This is stressing me out. Yes, and that is, that's where you need a strategy, I think, more than anything. When I first learned in crypto, I actually tried trading, and it was so incredibly stressful. And I learned from another trader, someone who did a different style of trading, that you need to know what you like and what your limits are, because if trading, unless you're making an insane amount of money off of it, if you're trading, which most traders lose at some point big because you make the wrong decision because you're constant, like probably the best decision most times, like the best decision for probably most people right now, 90% of people is to just whatever they have to just hang on to it and chill out. And then if you have the opportunity to switch it into a golden moment or something that is more of a blue chip, again, blue chip is like it's growing because golden moments I include in there, but I pretty much include almost any first appearance is like a blue chip in my mind. A first appearance of almost anything is kind of important. Of course, there's Spider-Man is definitely, and Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. Those are going to be much more important than maybe a Deadpool. Deadpool is going to be huge though. Like, so is Storm. I don't like the way they modeled her, but Storm's going to be massive. The point is, you need, as you learn, this is a learning journey, and you need to understand what your limits are, what you like and don't like, and if it's consuming you in a way that's not fun, then don't do it. Don't do it in that way. And that's why I started just buying projects that I really liked and just holding them and being like, I believe in the long-term success of this. So that's what I started doing, and it changed everything for the better. It was a lot less stressful. I could concentrate on a lot more stuff. I concentrated more on trying to earn more money in real life to put it into investing and saving, and that was amazing. Just kind of changed my outlook and how I do things, and gives more freedom in general. Once you like build a little nest egg, gives a little bit more freedom to your decisions and what you want or your family or whatever you have going on. So I just thought that was interesting because I think that's really common in the crypto markets. This guy says in VeVe, the absolutely consuming stress deciding to hold or flip for something else. It is no different than any other market, and it is the exact same of when I started crypto, of trying to do it, because it is just like, oh, Bitcoin went up and then Ethereum went up. Oh, I should flip it because I don't have much money. I only have $1,000, so I should flip it in to Bitcoin, and then you make the wrong decision and you kick yourself, and then you sell and you go back in, but then Ethereum pumps again and Bitcoin stays the same. And again, the real option, the best people, the people that do the best are usually people that just buy and forget about it and have long-term conviction, which is what I'm doing with the majority of what I have. Again, for the exception, if it goes up to some insane number that is somewhat life-changing, and I'll sell it, and if it doesn't dip, fine. If it dips, cool, and I'll buy it back, but I won't be unhappy, and I'll still have some left over. I never go all in, I never go all out. There's a lot of good lessons I learned that helped me a lot with VeVe and understanding psychology. Psychology is more important in this market than almost anything. The mental game of this, more so than understanding TODs, understanding what's important in the app, more so than FAs or FEs. The mental game, understanding yourself, is like so much more important. Son of a bee. All right, all like the $23 ones are sold out. You guys suck. All right, I'm probably gonna have to revisit this. Let's see, because it's getting out of. Let's see what this price range is at. This one's at 28, so it's probably gonna be around there. So let's. I don't know if I want. I almost want to like hold on for secret rare. So I'm just gonna buy. Oh my gosh. These things are going so quick. I can't buy anything. Oh, Dancing Kraven. He's so popular. Remember, this is also the first ever comic series on VeVe, first ever comic series printed. So that is a thing. Keep that in mind. Okay, we just might not get one today. I'm gonna call it quits here because it's getting past to where I want to, and I'm gonna start looking at the secret rare, to be honest. 949, and let's see. This one settled at 700. Okay, so I'll probably let the secret rare settle because all eyes are on the common right now. Let's actually look at where the uncommon and rare are. Uncommon's at 67, so that is appropriately priced, and rare's at 165. Okay, so those are being priced probably where they should be. And then the secret rare. Okay. So I will probably try and sell something to get the first secret rare, and maybe get the commons if I can. I have an idea of what I want to sell already, so I don't know. We will see. All right, guys, if you have any more questions, I would be happy to answer them. I love talking about this stuff. It is always so much fun. Of course, we got Fantastic Four. You know, we might be seeing some casting soon. Remember that, you know, when you're going into your decisions. I actually want to make, I have a little calendar in the works. It's super basic of just things that might be coming up in pop culture that might affect prices in VeVe that we can think about. There's so much stuff all the time, so much news all the time. So if you guys want to contribute to that or tell me things that you see, I'd be more than happy. I've been trying to pay attention to Twitter and stuff, and I have people that I talk to, of course. But yeah. Anyways, hopefully we do see John Krasinski and some other Fantastic Four stuff happen. Again, the Eye of VeVe, like the Eye of Sauron, is always moving, always paying attention to new stuff. If you can identify where it's not looking right now and concentrate on that, that might be for the best. Right now, it's squarely looking at these Web of Spider-Man comics, but we are in a big pump, so they might pump more and more. Who knows? This is the first ever big series on Spider-Man, this first ever series on VeVe, maybe first ever series printed, because again, like, they jump around. For this to be series, it jumps around. It's not like it's going in a linear fashion. So a little bit different than it would be printed, or it has been printed in real life. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember, have a great day. Be yourself, eat a cookie. Follow me on 3Gs and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at SodiPopMedia. Tell a friend, retweet, repost this. It really helps me out. I have 210 subscribers right now on YouTube and growing fast. I really, really appreciate all the support, and it's super fun for me to do this. I will see you every day this week, pretty much 30 minutes before the drop, and we will get ready. All right, hopefully we'll get one tomorrow. Peace, bye, have a good day.